Alright everyone, it's Professor 095 back with a simple review, I would say, news review as well as some new updates as to concerning like our last night stream, and also I would like to report on like WGP Season 3, the top 8 finalists. Right here we have my, a picture of the top 8, so we have right here right now top 8 Malaysia. So this is this is the top 8 for WGP Season 3. So we have, technically speaking, the first place is the guy in the white shirt right here, Lo Junhui, if I'm not mistaken. Second place is my friend Yu Hang with Lianon. That is pretty impressive. Third place, even more impressive, is my friend Jackie. Jackie won with Sarah in third place as well. And fourth place is Danny. Danny is also a friend of mine. He apparently top with Megalano Sushi, which is also kind of like surprising and very nice. Other than that, I don't remember his name. Please forgive me. His plays Mushi King. I think either one of them, the guy in the backyard here plays Munechika. I think he plays Munechika, and then we have another youth here, and then we have Zun over here, also my good friend. Zun got top 8 with my goal, so which you guys have a my goal representation, which is kind of nice. So very interesting. So if you really want to check the deck list, you can always refer to WCC, I guess. To view the deck results. I think he has covered it extensively. So I really don't have much time to cover it here, unfortunately. But in the near future, I will interview some of my friends. It's like to ask them like how's the deck build, what's the justifications, etc. So let's get they probably would have to do like a lot of things in regards to WGP, the deck lists and how they fight, what were their experiences, and then certain matchups, etc. Right. So that's all for now. So congratulations to all of the top 8. Very proud of them. So yes, that's pretty nice. After that, we can get straight into a lot of news. So you probably have scrolled through a little bit of sneak peek. So this is just a little, some cards which have been revealed in the Bushiroad Expo. So we have elaborate costume as Nida, which is technically an order card. The order card recyclers, where if you play a normal order during this turn, like a normal order during this turn plus 5k power. So yes. And when this unit is placed on Rigard, you CB1, you search your deck or drop for up to 1 pretty demon matching, reveal it and add it to your hand. And if you search your deck, shuffle your deck, which is kind of straightforward, nothing much to that. And then you have the order, which is pretty demon matching. So it's a normal order, you choose one of your Rigards and then it gets auto Rigard. At the end of the turn, you return this unit into your hand until the end of the turn. And at the end of that turn, you discard a card from your hand and bounce this order back from your drop to your hand. Yeah, and that's about it. It's nothing big, it's nothing special. So that's about it. Now, this one is pretty interesting because we have technically like a leak card which is supposed to be reviewed soon enough, but it did not. So we have the last of the right line, which is Golden Eyes Shiana. So the skill is pretty interesting, and I'm gonna go through some of the reasons why. Right. So continuous first skill, continuous Vanguard Circle. It's a total number on your units on your opponent's front row, rear guard circle, and guardian circle is 2 or less. This unit gets crit +1, drive +1. Okay, so it's pretty strong with the triple drive and the double crit. And then the second skill, when this unit is attacked, you put 1 trigger unit from your hand to your soul, and this unit plus 15k until the end of the battle. Right, so also really nice. And at the end of the battle, that this unit was attacked by a rearguard. If a card was not put to the Guardian Circle during that battle, okay, which means that if you did not go to the Guardian Circle during that battle, your opponent choose a card from their hand and they may discard it. If they don't, you bind the rearguard, the attacking rearguard, right? So which is pretty strong and pretty defensive in like a lot of ways. Granted, it's also offensive in the sense that like if opponents if you have two. Opponents has like 2 front row regards, if you still gets a 1 crit and 1 drive, right? If you're and Guardian Circle is also like really take into consideration. So the only way for you to like probably bypass the triple drive or like the +1 crit and 1 drive is probably you have to guard with like more than 2. You need to have at least like 3 Guardian Circles to bypass, for example, or you have like 1 empty rearguard circle and then just guard with everything the rest, right? So it's something along those lines, but it's manageable, and I think it's like pretty good in several battles. Now, in several matchups, right? So damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? Because if that whole 2 or less trigger thing is like pretty insane. So that's about it. So the second skill is like pretty much, it's not a once per turn restriction. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've discussed this with my friends. Technically speaking, you can also like proc at the same, like, you can proc this more than once in the same battle as well. So you probably put 2 trigger cards and plus 15k, and that's about it. That because the whole reason for you to do that was because you want to proc the third skill, which is that you have to force your opponent to discard a hand, otherwise you find the attacking Vanguard, right? So which is kind of like good at the same time, which is like technically very good. So you can understand why Shiana had to probably have like a lot of in the soul as well. And not to mention that in certain matchups against like Eva, for example, it's like pretty insane already. Against upstream is also like probably like very pressuring, because you want to lose your upstream, or do you want to like discard your hand. So there's like many other, I would say many other examples when the Raider was swinging for high power, and then if you're so keen to not discarding, then I think you have to prepare to just find to lose that particular attack, which is nice. And not to mention that it was very I would say that annoying to fight against Shiana in the near future, because like the whole defense mechanic is like super good. So I want to see like what other support that Shiana might get in the near future. So just to get straight into the whole mechanic in itself, to this mechanic to be explored further. So I think Shiana could be a very good deck, I would say, but time will tell. And against the recent certain meta of like Youth Books and Lianons, I would say that it's pretty very awesome. And yeah, look forward to it. But then again, that is not all for the time being. So we have a Meteor double rare, we have a Meteor rare. So technically speaking, we have like a lot of like supports for the rest of the right lines, like Kyoka, like Hasarit, like maybe Lutetia, which we already did, etc. So I think it's very happy to see that this all of them that technically got a lot of like support this time around. This dog is also like, yo, okay, this is also quite nice because it's a Hasarit support, right? But I'm not gonna like drag this video very long as it is, but I'm just gonna get like straight into some of the highlights of yesterday, right? The stream highlights. So technically speaking, we have the triple drive boosters, pay for the triple drive boosters. So quite surprisingly, they will technically like reprint, not reprint. It is a reprint set. They actually released the new red line for like a Captor Sanctuary, so it is also safe to assume that the next booster set, like the next triple drive booster, will also include the Dragon Empire right line, which, because they already stated down there in the triple drive booster, they will release something special to Captor and Dragon Empire. Now, originally we thought it was supposed to be the some of the mask form for Alden, or maybe someone else, for mask units for the Captor Sanctuary or Dragon Empire, but apparently it's not. So because we have the new Captor right line over here, and also we'll be expecting a Dragon Empire right line here lah. So that's nothing too impressive, and I also like kind of like a little bit weird as to why not do this in a mainline booster like BT14, for example. I think it would probably be nice, but I think this is the first time where the trend kind of like split off, or where usually this new youth book manga red lines should be appearing in. I think the most recent one was in BT11, but then again, I don't recall there was a time that they have Youthquake units released in prior BTs. So I think it's also not, it's also like something that we are not setting a trend where this kind of cards, Youthquake cards are not released in mainline boosters like BT14 or BT17, etc. Right? Something you get the gist of it, right? So I think it's little bit weird, but then again, it's probably welcome. I would say, whatsoever. It's a reprint set, but I hope that the ratios, when they come up with the reprint set, I hope the ratios is not really messy. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that this will be the triple drive booster will be a good set overall in itself. But but that aside, we have the main character, Guard of Awakened Souls, Ruan, especially. So it is a knight actually. It has a kind of like a knight aesthetics actually. So quite nice. So a lot of people were pointing it out that his hairstyle is like kind of funny. Which we're gonna get straight into that. The right line we have Dreaming Bonds Luan, Polishing Bonds Luan, and Earth Crossing Guard Luan, which is the grade 0, grade 1, and grade 2. So people have been pointing out, and because there has a horse in it, and then the fact that he has like the HMC protagonist hairstyle is also quite which is also like really funny. So alright, whatever it is. I can't unsee that now, so alright, sure. But it is a Captain Sanctuary card. But for the time being, the steals are not yet revealed, so I think we'll get them by November. The skills will be revealed in November, so we get to see what he can do, as well as some of the Dragon Empire right line. So this is probably the monk, I would say. If some of you actually come across some Youthquake chapters, I think, or you've read Youthquake, then you probably come across the Dragon Empire right line, and I think that would be the new right line for the Dragon Empire, right? So after that we have the Grade 3. So it is a normal order. You kind of last one to play this card. You gain all of your regards power plus 5k. Now this is technically very good because you, the player, is the one who gets the effect, not the Vanguard, not the rearguard, right? You yourself, the player, will get the 5k power, which means that it's pretty good in like a lot of decks. Like Kyrie, for example, decks that really power ups. I don't know, Michu, I would say. I don't know, Lutetia, for example. I think the 5k power buff is definitely welcome. So I think it's a double rare order, so not to mention this is a double rare order, so it's like pretty insane. It's a very good order to play, but then again, some of them might not have like a lot of like issues, and space issues, and not to mention that I don't think you're more likely to play this in Lutetia, because Lutetia, I don't know. Because the Lutetia will also utilize some normal orders, but to what extent? And if Lutetia can have like 4 of the Curse Plate orders in the soul, I don't think that's a huge problem already, because you already unlocked the restanding. By the time you've like 4 Curse Plates in your soul. So other than that, I think you can practically play this in like some decks per se. You're not gonna play this in Fennel, because Fennel already allows you to play that trick or treat orders. You're probably not gonna play this in I don't know, you're not gonna play this in Kyoka, I would assume. And then after that, there's some decks like like Michu you couldn't play this in Michu as well because of the Cannonball order. But I mean, right now I could not think of any other lyrical right lines other than Kyrie that can use this maximum output this card's potential. In general, I would say what other cards I would say, like probably Vilista, but Vilista is a huge no-no because of the gem. So I mean, you can technically try to put this in Medial or Kyoka. Not Medial, not Kyoka, Haserit. I think that they would be probably a very good option because they are not very order-centric decks like Fennel is and Vilista is. So we'll have to see, and it's a good card, but we have to see like what kind of decks actually work out with this deck in general. So this card in general. So we'll see. After that, we have the Rainbow Jewel, this OP Rise. So this is a high beast, okay, so this is really cute. So like all of the other gem beasts in the previous boost, in the BT11, if I'm not mistaken, or BT12, I think it's BT12, okay. Is it in BT12? I think it's BT12, okay. When this unit is placed on the Rearguard Circle or Guardian Circle, and you choose up to 2 of the right, your right deck cards, and then put it back to your right deck face up. And depending on where you put them, you activate the following below. If you place on Rearguard Circle, you choose a card from your soul or from your drop zone, and choose 1 card with the same name as your Vanguard and add it back to your hand, which is pretty good because you need to use it for your persona, right? So which is definitely welcome. really good. And then plus 15k shield, very straightforward. So yes, that's really nice, right? And then after that we have Colored Broad Dragon, Welbrigia, okay, and like all of the grade 3 cycle cards, I would say, or every nation cycle cards, where if you have a grade 4 Vanguard or if you reveal a grade 4, then you're following, then depending on where you place them, you activate the following abilities. For Rearguard Circle, you counter blast 1 and draw 1, and this unit gets 10k until end of turn, which is surprisingly very nice, I would say. I'm not I mean, you can play this in Kyrie, that just to be expected. Some people say that you can also play this in Petrarca, but because like Petrarca doesn't really have like a grade 4 per se, but the fact that Petrarca really needs to rely on like different card names, so maybe you can just throw in a Kyrie in there and just like do the skill, and like hopefully the Kyrie will bounce in your hand and then you can just rock this skill. So I'm not sure how feasible is that. So we have to see how nice. But then again, counter last one could be a little bit iffy for some decks. Again, I can assure you that the only card at the time moment is only Kyrie. Kyrie and Petrarca is like the top, I would say the top contenders. So if I were to, I mean like not top contenders, I would say like the most suitable ones to play this one. But I think if you want to argue in terms of like Kyrie doesn't really use a lot of Thunder Blast, unless I'm wrong, because I have not touched Kyrie for a very long time. So maybe you can tell me, maybe you can tell me as to how, or like maybe you can correct me on this, because I'm not a huge Kyrie player. But then again, the draw 1 and plus 10k is already pretty strong enough. And not to mention, I think Kyrie gets 5k for the units that you call in the Rearguard Circle, so effectively making her a magic number, 28k. So I think it's quite nice for that draw and power plus. And then plus 15k shield, which is self-explanatory. I think it's already obvious in some ways. But the second skill is also the one where you discard this for riding a grade 3 or for striding, then you can get to draw 1. So Lyrical might get a strike in the near future, so I'm hopefully praying for Loris. Loris strike deck, where are you? I need it, I want it. I don't play Loris, I don't play Bermuda, but I think it's good that people should bring back nostalgia of Loris into the D series, right? Because I think Loris personally has been shafted during the V series because she is the only Strider during the G era that has not made an appearance in the V series, and I'm hoping this time round for Strike DECKSET they will release her. Otherwise, if it's not Loris, please release Tirua. I think both of them have the high chance of possibility to get a Strike DECKSET in the near future, right? So that's about it. Alright, so that's the whole Valbrija skill thingy. So after that we have Kyrie support, another Kyrie support, Soaring Bowel Penelope, which is a grade 2, which is a triple rare. Okay, so continuous, Rearguard Circle. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Kyrie in his card name, this unit plus 5k, so technically speaking, she would get a 15k. If you're a grade 4 Kyrie, then she gets a 20k, right? And also, Rearguard once per turn, when your other Rearguard in the front row is returned to the hand by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Kyrie in his card name, you assault plus 1, you stand all of your Rearguards in the same column as this unit. And if your grade Vanguard is grade 4 or greater, all of your front row units gets 5k, 5k plus until the end of the turn. So which is kind of nice. But then again, Kyrie is a little bit like iffy, because like Kyrie can do 5 attacks in general because of the whole bouncing thing. So I'm not sure if restanding actually helps in a sense. So the power plus is definitely a good one, because if like you're swinging, you're technically like bringing a 20k to like you're swinging it for like 20k, which is already kind of nice. So technically speaking, in the near future, if you can see like how grade 4, if you can see like how Kyrie will probably 2 Rearguards return common to, and because of Kyrie that you can just call 2 Rearguards return to your hand and call them Rearguard Circle. I'm not sure if this is technically a very viable card in the near future. I mean, it's good, it's Kyrie, but we have to see whether or not this card actually can help Kyrie a lot. Then again, it's because like Kyrie has like 2 Rearguard skills and like just to bounce it back and then you can call it out. So I think that's pretty okay-ish for me. Two of your real cards. It didn't say because the grade 4 carry did not specify a column. So, unless I would argue that you have some certain cards within in the particular of Kyrie deck, like Eureka. I think Eureka is also pretty good in like playing in Kyrie as well because of the whole bouncing back mechanic. And just to restand her, I think it's also quite. Arguably speaking, in my particular analysis at this time, if you play Eureka in Kyrie and then you can bounce, like say, let's say for example, first attack on the rear guard, second attack on the rear guard, Kyrie attacks, bounce, call, and then if a Eureka, and then she can swing, and then Eureka skill bounce back, and then like she swings, Penelope swings, and then Eureka attack, swings, bounce back, and then restand. So it helps a lot. Okay, technically speaking, okay, I'll take it back. I think this will be very useful in Kyrie. It's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks with Kyrie. So this time around we have 6 attacks already with Kyrie. So okay, which is kind of amazing. And I'm hoping to see Kyrie to bounce back in the meta. Pun not intended. Bounce back in the meta because I think she'll be a very interesting deck. But like many of the grade 4 cards, I think grade 4 decks in the current meta is pretty slow. Drudgewood is also kind of slow, and like if you don't get rushed, then hopefully you're still okay with it. But I think Kyrie should come back. I mean, like, not Kyrie should come back. I think like Kyrie would probably have to see a little bit of limelight in the meta because she used to be meta at one point, grade 4 Kyrie, and she dropped a lot. And then hopefully in this new booster set she'll come back as a much more stronger version of herself, with the whole support and etc. Right? So what do you have here? We have like very nice ones, nice alternate arts. So really nice. We have Storagia. The cycle card is also actually got the LSR foiling. So this is alternate art / LSR foiling. We have Storagia. We have Fennel, which is kind of nice, and people have been going crazy about Fortia. Fortia is also like kind of nice. Shalmot is like pretty thick, if I were to say. Alright. Wow. Okay. Very cute. Very nice. Fortia looks amazing, and she looks very cute. Herminia looks amazing as well. So, very nice. Right. I'm not gonna say mommy, please. Okay, I'm not gonna say mommy, but I mean Fortia is definitely cute. Very beautiful for her LSR. So yeah, it's quite nice. But for the next week, we technically have Labrador retrain as well. So technically speaking, at the same time, Shiana will also get an LSR as well with Vanguard Iceman. So that's also nice. Labrador will definitely gonna get the skills revealed for next Thursday, and that's about it. And after that, we have kill class support, and then we have also we have kill class support, a little magazine orders. So that's it, right? Anyways, I've been rambling around for 20 minutes plus, so I will probably have to stop this video right here, right now. If you have any comments or if you have any like opinions that you want to share in this comment section down below, and please do hit like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more, and we'll have to see what's in store for us this Thursday. Is it? It's okay. This next Tuesday. Technically, that stream was for next Tuesday. This Thursday, which is technically we reveal Shiana and her LSR as well. So hopefully we get some good cards, good supports, and anything new under the sun. So yes, I will see you guys on the next video. This has been Professor Ineos and our fine second.